How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my podcast. A funny thing happened on my way to success. I am your host, Miguel Washington, author, comedian, radio personality, motivational speaker, entrepreneur, you name it, I do it. Right now, I'm doing my podcast. A funny thing happened on my way to success. A podcast where I talk to my friends, my confidants that I've met over the years, not only comedians, but singers, dancers, actors who are still on the grind. We never reached that superstar status. We never got that fame, that everybody wants, but we love what we do so much that we keep doing it. And our success is we keep doing what we love to do. Now, everybody watch Comedians in Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld. That's what inspired me to do this show. But I wanted to interview comedians, entertainers from the cruise ships that are on the grind. And our world has stopped because the funny thing happened on our way to success, COVID-19. So I'm talking to a lot of great entertainers, and one great entertainer I'm bringing on today. You see, I have a change of shirts, and I had to get ready for this guy because you just can't come on to see a guy like this. Apparently, he can't hear me because he's on his phone or talking on his phone. His audio is connecting. We've been having technical difficulties trying to get Mr. Kenny James on, so I'm waiting for his connection. He doesn't even see that I'm looking right at him. So maybe I should text him and say, Kenny, hey, Kenny, look up. I'm right here. I'm sending him a text right now. I can edit all this out. There he is. I don't know. Turn your volume up, baby. Turn your volume up. Are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm there.
There he is. All right. Welcome to my podcast. A funny thing happened on my way to success. The man, Mr. Kenny James. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, my friend. I like this. I like this. This Zoom.
You like? See, here's the thing. Okay. I booked Kenny a month ago. I'm joking. It was almost a month ago. But Kenny didn't have Zoom. He didn't like Zoom. He didn't want Zoom on his computer. And
on my raggedy computer.
Okay, he's not even on his computer.
I said I didn't want Zoom on my raggedy computer.
On his raggedy. Okay, my bad. So it had nothing to do with Zoom. It had to do with Kenny's raggedy computer. How you doing, Kenny? You see, I got this the best I could do in short notice. The Kenny James shirt.
Yeah,
glitter.
You cleaned up good. I know I wasn't gonna wear any glitter today. Now, even though my clothes are real lonely.
I know. We're going to talk about that. For those who don't know Kenny James, Kenny is a renowned, and when I say this, and I'm not saying this because he's my friend, he's a renowned singer. This guy has the pipes. You've heard of Eddie Kane? You heard of David Ruffin? Well, now you're about to hear of Kenny James.
I know you want to leave me.
There you go. And if you're familiar, what year did you win Star Search, Kenny?
Oh man, now if I say that goes back too far. Now, a lot of people don't even remember Star Search. I mean,
listen, I remember it, and
that was when CDs first came out.
It was a long time ago, and Ed McMahon was there, but Kenny won. Okay, you mean that was after the cassettes?
Yeah, it was after the cassettes. So, right. So I don't want to date myself, go back way back then, but I say it was the kinder days. It was the kind days.
Right. Where guys were chosen by their talent, right. Their true talent. Kenny had the true talent. So Kenny, you from am I saying what? It's Connecticut, correct?
Waterbury, Connecticut.
Waterbury. I was gonna say Watertown, Waterbury, Connecticut.
Yeah, what's the next town over?
Really?
Yeah, Watertown there's Watertown, Waterbury, Middlebury, Waterville.
Wow, I guess they watered. They were thirsty. There were some thirsty people there. They had, and I ran into a friend of your brother that y'all grew up with in Waterbury about 3 weeks before this whole coronavirus thing hit. And I think I told you about it. I sent you a picture
Yeah,
because he asked me.
Who was that again? I forgot.
I cannot think of his name, but he knew. He said, "Do you know Kenny Johnson?" Yeah, I know Kenny Johnson. He said, "Yeah, we grew up together in Waterbury."
Right. It was David Delaney.
That's it, David Delaney. Him and his wife. And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, we grew up together." He said the first time I was on the ship, I couldn't believe I'm like, this guy. He always sang when we were growing up, and now I'm on a cruise ship, and I see him on here performing.
Yeah, his brother and I were like kind of best friends at one time. We graduated grammar school together, went to high school together, and we were comic book collectors.
Okay. That's where that twine came in. That connection came in. Yeah. So, how long you been singing, Kenny? When did you start singing?
No, start singing is kind of an unrelative term because I was singing since I was 4 years old. But professionally, that's what you got to ask. Well, how long have I been doing professionally? And then your show here is gonna date me because I've been singing a long time professionally.
Okay, we'll just go with a long time, but professionally.
Right. You need me to go into numbers and things like that, then
no. That's entirely up to you. That's entirely up to you. You can say you just started singing in 2006. I don't care. You got the.
Well, I started singing professionally in 1972.
Okay.
Yeah. And your listeners will have to do the math.
Listen, my listeners don't do math. We just have fun and enjoy what we hear. That's all. We don't do numbers here, right? And so you started singing. You knew at 4 years old. See, I can't even remember 1 years old, but I know people like yourselves that says I remember singing. The first, I guess, age I can remember is 6, really. So at 4 years old, you're singing. Did you grow up in a house where music was played all the time?
Yeah, because my mother was a singer, and my father he was a boxer. So they had parties constantly, all the time, and music playing. First song I remember singing, they put me up in front of their company, and I went, "I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me." A little 4-year-old singing that.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that reminds me of the scene before Eddie Murphy's Raw, when, if you ever saw the movie Raw, his concert, he did a little scene where he was a little boy and they had a little talent show. The family was around and Eddie told his mother, "I got a joke I want to tell." And he went up and he told the raunchiest joke. And they looking at him like, and that's how they probably looked at you. This little 4-year-old singing, "I got you under my skin." Like, what is wrong with this boy?
No, they didn't have Sesame Street in those days.
Oh wow! You really dated yourself on that.
I know.
Sesame Street hadn't even been built yet.
No. We were still doing Captain Kangaroo.
Oh wow!
Ooh. You don't even probably remember that.
Ooh. I remember the color Captain Kangaroo, not the black and white one.
Right.
That was two. That was
the black and white.
Wow. So you knew all along that you wanted to sing.
Yeah.
That's what you were destined to do.
I wanted to sing. I think my father would have liked me to be a boxer, but I had a low tolerance for pain, and singing was more of an immediate gratification.
Well, it's immediate gratification because you could sing. Now, had you not been able to sing, you would endure a lot more pain than the boxer trying to go up there and sing.
I couldn't even deal with no pain.
People are brutal.
I couldn't deal with no pain.
Wait, you couldn't deal with the physicalness of boxing. You think you could have dealt with the mental anguish if people wouldn't have accepted you as a singer?
I didn't know that then. But everyone at that age, everyone just liked me. Singing was all about love.
Right.
Boxing was all about how tough you could be. Who wants to kick you? Who wants to kick your butt? I said, no.
I'll sing you.
You're right, I'll sing for you.
But see, not only are you a singer, you are a talented painter. And I'm believing those are some of your paintings behind you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what, this downtime, man, I'm able to catch up on a lot of painting that I haven't been able to do. I went to school, art school, after high school. And then I left it after about a year to go on the road with music. And my friends told me I would never come back, and which I didn't, but it's been so long since I've been in school, I feel like I'm self-taught again. And so this downtime right now has really given me the opportunity to start studying again. I'm all these YouTube tutorials and all these instructions and stuff. I feel like I'm back in art school.
Well, let me ask you this, because being an artist, and we'll get back to your singing, because that's where we met on cruise ships, and you were singing, and you used to bring your canvases with you back in the day. I didn't know that's what they were, but I just knew you had a lot of stuff. And then you told me you were an artist. But me, like I dabble in music. I dabble with the horn. Yeah, I dabble with the horn. I play by ear. Now trying to learn how to read music is a hindrance to me, because it's for me, it's kind of like it's stopping my creativity, because you have all these rules and regulations. You don't think you'll have that with your art? Because if you're self-taught and you've freelanced and you've been doing the way you're doing it, and apparently I'm looking behind you, you're doing real well, why would you want to go and, I guess, for lack of a better word, hinder yourself as an artist?
Well, we artists, just like you, I've talked to you about this before, we have our insecurities about our craft. And no matter what I do, I just, instructors say, just do it, and until you feel you're getting better. And I'm really insecure about my art, so I just keep doing it. I don't worry about what people say, because art is subjective. Some people might like a ABC drawing, and you never know.
Okay, so it's just for yourself, and you're just one to learn.
Right, and if someone likes them, wonderful.
And if they don't look at them.
Wonderful.
So you chose singing over art because you got a chance to go on the road. And money. Okay, there you go. You just threw it up there. I didn't have to finish the question. You rang the bell. You rang the bell.
Well, when I was in school, I wanted to travel, and so the manager that I had in the band that I was in said, you either have a choice to stay in school, art school, or you can go on the road and perform and make money. And so I wasn't making any money in school.
Right. So it was all, but you could do it. You knew you could always come back to art, which you have. But I'm telling you something, if you never heard Kenny sing, if you never heard Kenny perform, you are missing a trick. Because we met back in 2000, I'm trying to think, 2005, 2006.
I met you when you lost your passport in Belize.
No, you met me before that.
Well, it was just close around that time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's you have to read my book, A Funny Thing Happened on My Way.
That was a great story then, when you running around Belize, trying to get out.
Oh my, yeah, because they would not. The short of the long is I got off the ship early, don't travel home on my time and on my dime. And I didn't have my passport because it was sent in to get more pages. Back in the day, they would let you travel with your birth certificate, but Belize would not let me leave because they said my birth certificate wasn't official. Not that I couldn't come into Belize, I couldn't leave. Belize. So, and it was a big thing, and I ended up thinking I'm going to spend 3 days at home, and it's cost me $250. It ended up, I only stayed at home a day and a half, and it cost me like $1,200.
I know, that was an amazing story, man.
That was crazy.
Dude, here today, 2020, I still remember it.
Man, listen, I don't even, to this day, well, when the ships, before the ship stopped, I did not get off in Belize. I did not get off in port in Belize. I would stay on the ship.
Yeah.
And I hated when I had to fly into Belize and catch the ship there. I hated that. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Fond memories.
That was a long tender in Belize.
Yeah, thanks for bringing the show to a lull.
That was a great story, though. That's good. That's every one of that's every one of our fears.
Yes. So we met on the ship, working the cruise ships. Now, where were you when this whole COVID-19 happened? Where were you?
Man, I was on Celebrity Eclipse. I left March 13th. Okay. 2 days later is when all mess hit the fan. We made it out. 2 days later, they wouldn't let the ship dock anywhere. And I was in Chile. You
flew from Chile?
Yeah. And all the other entertainers that were on there were getting off a day or two or a few days after me. They had to end up sailing to San Diego. They couldn't get off.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Did you think 2 weeks?
They were on for 2 weeks or more.
Wow. Now, did you think it was going to last this long? Because I was on a ship and I got off on the 14th. And I got off 2 days, but I was in Fort Lauderdale. So it was like quick to the house. Right. So it was easy for me. But did you think it was going to last as long as it has lasted?
No, I mean, by the time I was leaving the ship, and 2 days later is when they started, I think, announcing it as an epidemic and pandemic. Right. And so that's when everything just started going crazy. And I, it's like the whole world just turned upside down.
Right. And none of us saw this coming. I know I've always said that it only takes one major terrorist attack to just make our cruise ships come to a halt.
Exactly. I thought it was going to be like more like a terrorist thing for the cruise line, not this.
Exactly. And I have became very content on the ships. It's because you can become content very easy because the money's good. You know your schedule, you know the ports, you know the routine, and if you're like me or you, Kenny, we keep our head down. We mind our business.
System.
We do our show.
We're comfortably in the system.
Exactly. Now we're out of the system. How are you coping with it right now?
Well, I don't. Well, my whole thing is one. I've been working for so long. This is the longest I've ever been home. And this is what I've always wanted too. So I'm actually having a good time being home. Like many of the entertainers or whatever, they want to start performing. I still got some time to miss it. Yeah. I'm not missing it yet. Maybe I don't know when everything's going to be starting up again. Is it like they're talking like I hear October, November, maybe?
Every ship is different. One ship says July, other ship says August. Right. So it's kind of like we're just sitting in a holding pattern. Right. But I'm like you. I haven't really started missing the stage. I've talked to other entertainers who are itching. Yeah. They're like feeling like crack fiends. Like, man, I got to do it on stage. I got to get in front of people.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
a lot of people. I see all the singers are posting pictures. I mean, videos of them singing, and everyone wants to do a home concert and stuff.
Okay. But I did one, and I don't know when your podcast is gonna air. But 2 days ago, I did one for my church, and they asked me would I do a comedy show, a virtual comedy show, and I'm like, do you realize what you're asking me? You're asking me to practice in front of you because I can't hear you.
Well, you're right. You're not going to hear any laughing and stuff. You don't know if it's working.
Exactly. So I said, let me pray on it. So I waited for like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden, just out of the blue, I just called my pastor, who's a friend of mine, and I said, let's do it Friday. He's like, really? I was like, let's do it Friday. And this was like on a Saturday, the Saturday before, and we set it up. We had a lot of technical difficulties. the camera angle was not right, because it was kind of like a test run.
Right.
And I told him he wanted me to do 15 to 20. I said, dude, if I get 10, be happy. I ended up doing 30 minutes, Kenny.
Really?
I did 30 minutes. I had a good time.
How can you tell if you're having a good time?
No, I had a good time.
Yeah,
I don't care about them.
You had a good time doing it.
Yeah, you can see their pictures. You can see pictures of different people off to the side. And you can see if they were laughing, they were going back and forth. And I had a laugh track to the side of me. So a couple of times I went to the laugh. I said, that's funny. And I hit the laugh track and it started laughing.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I can see you have a good time.
Right. I've seen a couple of comics do like an hour long. I'm like, no one wants to sit there and listen to you try to tell jokes for an hour. I don't care if it's funny or not.
Right.
Like, what are you trying to prove? 30 minutes was too much.
Yeah.
30 minutes was way too much.
Yeah.
But I understand now the importance of what my pastor, my friend was saying. We need this.
Yeah.
I got it after I got on stage.
I think if there's a request for it, then you should do it. But there's those people that just, have never had this much time off and they just don't know what to do. They don't have anything else to do. They just want to do what they know, perform.
Right.
And I find this, I went out and bought a bike. And I hadn't had a bike in 10 years, and I've been riding that bike 5 miles a day. And,
really?
And still exercising.
Uh-huh.
I got my rocks in an orange juice. It's my weight. My curl.
Kitty,
gotta.
Kitty, sell one of those paintings and go buy some weights, dude. You ain't got to put rocks in a bottle. Oh man!
All
wow!
Right, I got all my exercise stuff. That's what you got to do, man. And enjoy this vacation because when it's over, man, we're gonna be working our butts off again.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Put them back up. I want to see them again. I want to see your curling bars one more time.
I got my orange juice and my cranberry juice containers. And then if I want to do my what do you call it, curls, I got this. Put this up on the door there. Okay.
Now I've seen many accidents with that thing, Kenny.
Well, I'm hoping that the door jamb don't fall off.
Exactly.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah, I don't want to see you on YouTube going viral. Right. Kenny falls off there.
I know.
Wow.
I'll videotape it.
Right. So besides being a great singer, you say you're not missing the ships that much. I ain't missing the ships that much.
No.
You're doing your art. You're hanging out with your family.
Doing art, hanging out with the family, which is great. We all have bikes. We all go bike riding together in isolated areas, everyone keeping the distance. I got my photography. I got my video stuff. Right.
Yeah, I knew it was something else. The photography.
Right. And then friends.
You're so well-rounded, man. To be
well-rounded.
You're not one-dimensional.
Well, see, the thing, one thing that's easy stuff for me, but then you get other people that like to build. I can't build nothing. If it can't be fixed with a hammer and a screwdriver, I can't do it.
Or computers.
Yeah, forget computers, man. I'm doing pretty good.
Because Trevor came in there and helped me. That's why.
Yeah, he's down there, writing and producing and all of his stuff. I hear him playing now.
For those who don't know Trevor is Kenny's son, and he's also his musical director and an amazing bass player. And I remember meeting Trevor when he was like a little kid. Now he's like 6'4", good looking, got the six-pack, plays the bass. And Kenny wonders why he gave up tennis too. I said, Kitty, once Trevor heard the screams, the bug was there.
It was the love. There's no love intended.
Exactly.
Music is love.
And he loves it, just like you fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It just runs in the family.
Yeah, I do. I love to sing. You know, I love to perform. I love the Muna. I love the Muna and the Juna and.
So, okay, you've been married for how long now, Kenny? How long you been married?
What's that?
How long you been married?
33 years.
Okay, now here's the big question. Now, I've been married 19, and you know my wife, and I know your wife.
Yeah.
And you know my wife. How is your wife handling you being at home all the time? Exactly.
Uh-oh. Here she comes. Here she comes.
When are you guys going back to work?
Hey. I'm sorry. I should have wrote that in. How you doing, Viv?
I'm running out of meals to cook. I don't know what to cook.
Yeah, we eat almost a different meal every night.
Thank you very much.
Really? I need to come and visit Vegas. I'm clean too. I wash my hands. I'm clean. So how are you handling Kenny being home all the time? Because my wife, I'm driving her crazy. I'm driving her crazy.
The good thing about it is we have 3 levels. So we watch a movie together, and then we all just go to our levels.
We all have our own floor.
And we give each other space. It's all about the space.
Space. See, we have 3 levels too. Like I'm in the basement now. But she's in the basement at her beauty salon.
Okay.
So she can hear me. But usually she's upstairs in the bedroom, and when I get that tenseness, I come down here. This is my music off.
It's your man cave. It's your man cave.
Yeah. I just close the door off and just do what I do down here. But I'm getting on her nerve. I am. I'm anal. I'm so anal. I just like things in order, and things weren't ran my way since me being gone. And when I come home, I want things ran my way. And they're looking at me like,
when I come home, I have to
ship or something.
When I come home, I have to have things her way. This is her setup.
Exactly. You speak the truth, brother.
So I don't even know how to use
we'll talk about this when she leave the room, Kenny.
I don't even know how to use the thermostat. I don't know how to use the. I don't know how to use the alarms, the security system.
Or the dishwasher.
I just learned how to use the washing machine a little while ago.
Are you serious? Don't learn, Kenny. Because if you learn, they're gonna want you to do it all the time.
Oh, he's just a spoiled. He's spoiled. He's the king.
Okay.
He's the king.
Okay, you can go back. This is my podcast.
He's my king.
This is my podcast. It's all about me.
See, okay, all right, here's the thing. That's what he thinks. Okay. He thinks it's all about him, but he's learning that it's not all about him. See, those singers are always the ones that think that everything evolves around them. You know, no, I'm not going to help him. Yeah, that's the problem.
No problem.
Hey, the house is the Temptations, and you're not David Ruffin, you're not Eddie Kendrick, you're not Blue. Keep on going. Who else? You're not Paul Williams. Who else is left? Who else left?
Eddie Kendricks.
No, you're not Eddie. You're not Eddie.
No, I'm Eddie. I'm Eddie. He was there.
and Trevor is David Ruffin.
Trevor be the first one to say, "Ain't nobody want to see Kenny James."
You Otis Williams, Kenny. You're Otis Williams in your house.
Yes,
you're the Otis Williams of your house.
The quiet one.
The quiet one, but you keep everything together.
Yeah.
See you later, man.
I have to go prepare dinner. I have to go chop some garlic.
I love it. See, I love hearing woman. I am going to prepare dinner.
Yes.
Cherish that. Cherish that. Hey,
I cook too a couple of times, once a week.
Okay, it keeps going down. A couple of times. Once I cooked.
Once a week. All right.
Man, but you're having a good time at home.
Yeah, I really am. I feel sorry for a lot of entertainers that really need to get out there and work. And I think I even feel a little bad for our agency, because they have new people there that they've hired and all of this stuff. And I know they've got
their job.
They've got to work also.
But you got to. Even though you're not singing, anywhere professionally, you got to keep your chops up.
I have to, or the throat will atrophy.
So how are you doing that? Are you doing it when you're riding your bike? Do you go to the bathroom? Do you go to your quiet place?
Here's what my day consists of at home.
Okay.
Get up and I might go for a 2 to 5 mile bike ride. I get back. I start on the art projects that I'm working on. Okay. After that, I'll do some exercising because it's tired of sitting. Then I'll do my Rosetta Stone Spanish, trying to learn Spanish.
Okay, trying to learn Spanish, okay.
Right. And there was one other thing I forgot that I do also. I can't think of it, but I do that, and the day's gone. Okay. Like you, I have to structure my day.
Right.
So
I'm finding out I have to, because if I don't, nothing gets done. But first, I get up in the morning. I read the word. I do my
I forgot. I do that too.
Right. I take my dog for her 1.5 mile walk. I come back. I start cleaning up the house, because I just have things have to be in order for me. Because if you look at my office right now, this is driving me crazy, because I got stuff everywhere. Because I'm doing my podcast, I'm doing my music, and I'm starting a script writing class tomorrow, a 6-week course to learn how to write scripts. So I'm like, I got all this stuff, and we're doing the Dry Bar Comedy channel, me and Paul Boland.
Right.
So we're working on that. I'm learning how to edit, film, and I'm doing that a lot. So I got a lot of stuff, and I've learned, I'm putting up a schedule on my wall now. I have to have a schedule. This time, my music is from this to this, my exercise from this to this. Because if you don't, again, I'll take a nap, and my next thing I know is 5:30. And my day is shot.
I know that we have no concept of time anymore. I mean, it's just like it just seems like 3 days ago it was Sunday.
Exactly. But when we were on the ship, it's like the days would drag out forever.
Forever.
They would drag out.
Like, I want to go home now. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm already worked. Can I leave?
I've done my show. I want to leave now. But the days go.
I'm going to do this, Kenny. I got to pump your book, man, because let me tell you something. This book, yes, brother, this book inspired me. You, Rodney Johnson, and Kevin Jordan inspired me to write my book.
Which I've been waiting to get. I think you said you were doing a read.
I purchased your book, Kenny.
Well, I was about to purchase yours, but you said you were doing like a rewrite or something, or
I did. Oh,
you finished it?
This happened, so I finished it, but I didn't order any because it was just to order them.
Oh, okay.
When this happened. So no, I got you.
Yeah, I was going to purchase your book too.
Yeah, okay. It's $150.
I got American Express. I get miles.
But I was pumping Kenny's book, Before the Spotlight, the autobiography, singer, entertainer Kenny James. I read this book. Now, I'm not a deep book reader. I read the Bible. I read autobiographies of famous people, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, athletes that I really like. When I read this book, I could not put it down. I really, man, I was very impressed with your story, and I think a lot of people need to know about your story. And they think just because we are not at a certain plateau that we're not successful. That's what kills me. Oh, you must not be that good because you're working cruise ships. You must not be that good because I ain't never heard of you. And I'm like, well, you must not be that important because I don't know who you are. Why are you even talking to me?
Exactly what I say. I say, I don't know who you are either. I'm out here entertaining, making a living.
I've asked everybody. Right, exactly. And you're enjoying what you're doing, so you're not really working a job. You're just enjoying what you're doing.
That's our life.
I want you to tell the story. I want you to tell the story about the time you ran into a famous, because if I tell who it is, it kills the story. The famous entertainer who said that they really loved your work and you kind of brushed them off. You know who I'm talking about?
Man, that still hurts my heart to this day.
Okay, tell a story, Kitty.
I mean, there's a couple of people, because I'm kind of a slight introvert. And there's a couple of people that I kind of blew off, not rudely, but I just didn't know what to say. And one was Luther Vandross.
That's the one.
I know but I didn't put the story in there, but I don't think I did, but I was what's the word I'm looking for? Vindicated with that.
Okay.
Because the first time it happened is I was in a club, and it was during the Star Search time. And as I was leaving the club, he was in there, and it was during I think his first hit, or maybe Don't You Remember You Told Me You Love Me, Baby. That song, he had that one out. And so I was leaving the club, and he grabbed me by the arm and he said, "Hey, Kenny, I'm rooting for you on Star Search." He said, "Good luck and everything." And I looked at him and went, "Oh, thank you very much, thank you." And I kept walking. And so someone said to me later, "Do you know who that was?" And I said, "Not really." And he said, "That's Luther Vandross." And I said, "Luther Vandross." He said, "You know that song, House Is Not a Home?" I said, "Oh, that was him. Oh, that was the same thing."
So you didn't even recognize him.
No, I didn't. And I was same thing happened to me with Jennifer Holliday. She came to one of my shows, and she was sitting in the back with her entourage. And after the show, she said, "Kenny, I love the show, blah 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 blah." And I said, "Thank you very much. Thank you for coming." And I kind of whisked off. And Fred said, "You know, that was Jennifer Holliday." And I said, "Yeah, but I didn't know what to say." I'm learning.
You're learning. Yeah. I got vindicated. I do the story in my book about the first time. I don't say meet. I ran into Mike Tyson.
Oh. And
right after the book was printed, I encountered Mike again, and we were on a plane together. And it was the total opposite of our first encounter. The first time he just stared right through me, like, if you don't get the F out of my way and quit talking to my wife and daughter, I'm gonna kill you. That's what I read into his eyes. Seriously. He didn't look at you, he looked through you, like you were not even a threat at all. The second time, I was leaving Vegas. Matter of fact, the last time I was in Vegas, coming back from Nevada, Mesquite, Nevada. I'm on the plane flying home, and Tyson is on the same flight, and I see him go up before he got there at the last minute, and of course went through first class. And as I'm going on, I said, "Hey, how you doing, champion?" "Hey, how you doing? It's good to meet you, man. How you doing?" He's like real cool. I'm like, "Oh, okay, he's nice now." And I wish I had my book, and I would have gave it to him and said, read page 83. It's all about you.
Oh, yeah. You probably caught him at the wrong time. He probably wasn't in a good mood the first time.
That was Mike Tyson right before he retired. The mean. Yeah,
he's probably not feeling
even in the story he was talking about, he was on drugs and what do they call it? Bipolar.
Bipolar. Yeah.
Bipolar. Yeah. So it was good. It was like a redemption, so to speak. Right. So anybody, can you get this on Amazon?
Yeah, I think it's print. I think it's print by order, something like that.
Right. So you got to get Kenny's book. before the spotlight, which I'm telling you,
or they can contact me contact me Facebook wise, and I'll send one to them.
Okay, what's your Facebook?
Kenny James Entertainer.
There you go.
Right.
Entertainer.
Right.
Now let me. I'm gonna show you this, Kenny, and this is why I wanted you to wait. This is why I didn't want to interview you when we were on the phone earlier, because he was like, "Oh, let's do it now." I said, "Nah, I gotta go shave," and I shave. I did shave. I had to shave. My mother-in-law purchased something for me, and when she handed it to me, I said, "Is this from the Kenny James collection?"
Are those for you? Are you wearing those?
I'm trying to find it. I found a jacket. I finally found a jacket to match it, but the jacket is way too big, and I don't know if they can alter them because it has to be right.
Yeah, I got a lady out here. Man, everyone's blinging now. I don't know. I got to go somewhere else now. Everyone's blinging.
When she asked me this, she said, "Have you worn the shoes yet?" I said, "I have to get the jacket first. I can't wear this without the jacket, a jacket or a vest." Of the same material. This is Kenny James. If you don't know, this is Kenny James. Just
like that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, where'd you get? Did you have a jacket like this or a vest? Tell me where you got.
I don't want to overdo it. I mean, that's just a nice accent.
Oh, okay. For like all black and these.
Yeah, all black and those. Yeah, that'd be hot.
Okay, so now I know I can do that. And
you get someone that alter the jacket. I mean, I got a lady out here that alters all my stuff, and just you get it fitted like custom to you.
See, I was afraid because of the bling that it would mess up the jacket, so I didn't get the jacket.
Oh, you wear those shoes with all black? I was just watching what's his name that used to be married to Nick Cannon. Yeah. He had just the other day I saw him in like a nice black thing with a little sparkle on it, but he had some shoes like that.
Okay. See, getting the fashion tips.
The only thing I don't like about those shoes though, they kind of suggest you not wear. It's supposed to be not wear socks with them, and I don't like shoes with no socks.
No, I would wear the sheer. I would wear sheer. I would wear sheer socks.
Yeah, sheer or black, whatever. Yeah. But the look is supposed to be, with no socks.
Right. Now I'm like you. I don't like that either. That's because we old school. We socks.
But then again, you got to wear those stovepipe pants.
Oh yeah, that's old.
Look at that smile. That smile just.
Oh. Listen, I'm at 210. I done lost some weight. I'm at 210. I don't skinny jeans are for skinny people. That ain't my thing. That's sure you can pull it off. I'm not that. I'm not that guy.
You don't have to wear no skinny jeans. Just some nice straight leg pants with those shoes will be hot.
What I'm gonna do is I got some black pants up there. When I get through interviewing you, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna put the black pants on, and I'm gonna put these on. I'm gonna take a picture of it, and I'm gonna send it to you. Not the whole me, just the pants with the shoes on.
So you said your mother-in-law got those for you?
My mother-in-law bought me these for Christmas.
Really? And you haven't worn them yet?
Son, I haven't worn them yet. And she just asked me 2 weeks ago, have I worn the shoes yet?
Oh man, yeah, you need to step out in those.
Yeah. I thought I needed a jacket, but see, had I talked to you, I would have just wore all black and just threw those on, and I've been cool.
Even just a black vest. If you even had like a black shirt, black vest, or white shirt, black vest, or whatever, and black pants and those shoes, pretty hot.
Bro, I'm gonna try it and see what happens.
But just remember, I'm the Lord of the bling.
I know. I ain't trying to take your spot, Flash. I ain't trying to take your spot. Okay, real quick. Here's the thing, people. We work on a cruise ship, and it's like 4 black male headliners: Kenny James, Earl Turner, Tony Tillman. Who am I missing?
Finest Henderson.
I'm gonna say Finest, but I'm looking right at his face, and my name is Michael.
Clint Holmes.
Clint Holmes. Those are the 5. Those are 5 that when I started, these were the 5 that were on the top.
Right.
Now, the three, they always say the three are the same. I would have people say, oh, I've seen Kenny, and I've seen Earl, and I've seen Tony, and I've seen Finest, and they're basically the same. I said, no, they're not. They're totally different. This is how I categorize you guys. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong. This is how I categorize you. Finest Henderson, singing comedy.
Impressionist too.
Yeah, impressionist. Tony Tillman, Mr. Energy. Earl Turner, Mr. Entertainment. Kenny James, the man with the pipes. That's how I categorize you guys.
Oh, well, thank you.
You got the voice. You got the voice. All the guys can sing. Your voice surpasses all of them. But everybody has their different category that where they stick out.
Yeah.
Yours is your pure singing.
Right.
You can stand there. You can stand there and just sing, and you got it. I mean, it's a song. Every time you sing, I hear it all the time. I tear up, and I don't even have a daughter. Butterfly Kisses. Every time you sing that damn song, I tear up. I don't know why.
Man, yeah.
I love hearing you sing that song.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And I also love when you and Trevor do the
just the two of us. Right.
I like when you do that one. I know y'all have different ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. That's the little things that I miss. The reaction and the rapport with a crowd like that. The thing that makes me not miss it as much is, and I think you and most entertainers will agree, every time we hit the stage, even though the theater's big, it's packed with people, the 99% of them don't know you. And you kind of prove yourself after, a couple of minutes, then they like you. But it's that stressful thing. It's like auditioning. Every show is an audition. Well, with me, it takes a couple of songs, and then they're with you, and it's all a big party. But that's still kind of stressful because I'm not one for auditioning, and that's what it is.
But for a comic, it's even worse. I think for a singer,
yeah.
I think after you got them after the first, 4 bars of your song. I used to love when you used to come out to, I don't know if you still open with Hold On, I'm Coming, and you do it from backstage.
No, I do a couple other different ones now.
I used to love when I said, that's brilliant. You're not on stage, you tell them, hold on, I'm coming.
But see, on your thing with you guys, they're sitting there and saying, okay, make me laugh.
Exactly.
That's scary. That's scary to me.
My attitude is I'm not going to make you laugh. I'm going to do my show. And I hope you appreciate what I do. I hope you appreciate what I give you.
Right.
And if you don't, well, it don't matter anyway.
Right.
Kenny James on tomorrow.
Yeah, but I like it when you say, hey, I'm out here having a good time. If you all want to join in with me, and that's what it's all about.
I think that's what I missed. But when I did that little 30-minute, did the 30-minute virtual, that could become our norm.
Yeah.
And
if that's gonna be norm, I gotta set up a stage and some lights here now.
Yeah, I was gonna see. Are you gonna be able to do that? I know you'll be able to do it.
Yeah. That's how your genre is much harder than mine.
Right, but still, you have to adapt to what's put in front of you. I think every entertainer has to do that. And over the test of time, you have reinvented yourself over and over again, and it keeps working. Why? Because you have the pure talent, you have the drive, and you have the love and the desire to do what you do.
Yeah. Now, since you've been talking to all the other entertainers, what is the consensus on any kind of change that you think that you predict is going to happen in the future with our industry, cruise industry career?
Everybody says it's not going to be the norm. No one can pinpoint what they think is going to happen. I think everybody's up in the air, but the one consistent thing is it's not going to be the same as it was before.
I can't imagine what change they'll do this time. Because they're always changing even before there was a pandemic.
Exactly. Well, I know for one thing, we're going to stay on our contracts are going to be longer.
Yeah, I heard I got that vibe. Longer contract.
Right. And they want 2 full shows. They want to know, they need entertainers who can do 2 full shows, 2 45-minute shows, which the best of the best are going to have that.
Yeah, no problem with me on that. I think that they want to know if you got tracks, for us singers.
Right. Because they have different, but you have to have a live band. You have to have a live band.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Because I have a lot of audience activity and participation.
Exactly. Plus, I can't see you with tracks. I can't see Kenny James. That's like going to see John Mathis and he has tracks. I can't see that.
Tracks are good. With me, tracks are good for like one song. Like an appearance. If you're making an appearance, but not for like a 50-minute show.
Exactly. Well, a lot of people have to adapt to that, man. And I think the consistency is, I don't know what the change is, but I know there's going to be a change.
Yeah.
We better figure it out fast.
Yeah. Why do you think a longer contract will make a difference, if anything?
Because of the whole 2-week thing, COVID-19, they said I think they're still going to be in that, since we jump around from ship to ship.
Too many people in and out too quickly?
Right. We need to stay on like 3 weeks, and then before you go to the next ship, you need to isolate yourself for 2 weeks off the ship before you can go to another ship. That's why it's going to be longer contracts. That's what I think anyway. So I'm gearing up like, if it happens, it happens. But I'm trying to do other things. I don't want to be just put in that box again.
Yeah.
I think this break has given me a different outlook, a different mindset. If you want to do something different, you better do it now.
Now, what about if they want the entertainers to do activities and stuff, or like they said?
No, I'm not doing that. Dude, Kenny, now you know me. You know I'm not.
I like the way they threw that in there. Like, do you have any other parts of entertainment you could do on the ship, like lectures or activities? Entertainment.
And you know what I said? And I was honest about that. I said, I have a lecture I can do, but I'll do it only if I can sell my book.
Yeah.
That would be the only, because now I'm doing something else. You're not gonna pay me extra. I gotta supplement my income.
Well, I'm hoping if that's those extra weeks or whatever, or extra activities means extra income.
I don't think that is the case. Come on, kid, let's be realistic. The cruise ship's been down, or going to be down, let's just say 3-4 months, all the revenue they have lost.
Right.
The last thing they're going to do is bust a raise when we come back.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a reality.
Yeah. But, all we can do is hope for the best. Hopefully they won't cut our money.
Right.
That's the fear of, because there's so many guys behind us looking at the chops who never worked the cruise ships.
I know. Yeah,
think they know the cruise ship.
A lot of newbies that, just want to get out and work. Get out and perform.
Right.
That's their dream.
And the problem is, and it's no knock on them, a lot of them don't know how to adapt from the clubs they performed, the comedy clubs they performed, the karaoke bars they performed, to doing a full theater show, not just I got a job because I can sing good. I know a lot. I'll never forget this act on one of the cruise lines. They were a tribute to the Supremes. 3 girls, beautiful voices, but all they did was da 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 da. Thank you. And the next song, da 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 da. Thank you. And the next song, there was no bantering, there was nothing. I'm like, and they lasted a quick second.
Yeah, that doesn't work. As the cruise lines and the agents always emphasize, good voice and stuff is not the only thing. You need an act.
Exactly. Exactly. And you have to show charisma, showmanship, and you got to have that experience. Now, when I came on the ship, I had no experience, but I sat and watched guys like you, other comedians, the production shows. I watched everybody, and I took a little bit from everybody, how they handle different things. Because it's important to learn your audience that you're performing in front of. Most comics, and you're not a comedian, but most comics, they come from a comedy club and they can't, like, I interviewed Derek Cameron, and Derek said, if you could tell the nightclub comics because they only looking at the people on the first two rows. They never look out because it scares them. They never had to experience that.
Yeah, you got to cover a big stage on those cruise ships.
You have to play it big.
Right.
It's like the difference between a theatrical actor and a film actor. There's totally two different things.
Exactly. The film actor is just, everything's close up and everything, and as opposed to the theater actor, he has to project and cover all the way to the back of the theater.
Yeah, exactly. And we have to the new entertainers that they might try to bring in have not learned that trade yet.
Right.
If you don't have guys like us on there to see it, then they're not learned.
When you think about it, a lot of the new entertainers, they're like maybe their 20s or early 30s. That the amount of time that they spent learning, our generation or whatever is over. So they've had no one to learn from, because our generation is past that. Like, I mean, hypothetically, just do a comparison. Someone say like Sammy Davis, Earl and Finest, were all of that generation. We learned from that generation. But these young guys that are like the early 30s, they don't know anything about that generation because they're not around anymore. So they have no one to learn from. So.
And how many of them actually, even though they can go to the internet, pull it up and see, how many would actually go back and look at them?
A lot of them don't do that kind of history.
Exactly.
Yeah. They don't. They want to try to create their own thing and create. And that's all good and fine if you want to be original. Yeah. But for cruise ship working, it's a different thing.
I think just for entertaining period, you're not going to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
You're not going to do it. So quit trying. You can be unique. You can be innovative, but learn from the people who have been successful.
Right.
But you cannot look at somebody in your career that is successful and not take tips from them. You're not going to be successful.
And you need to know your audience.
Absolutely. And the cruise ship audience is a totally different monster.
That is. You may as well be. It ain't like performing in New York or LA. You may as well be working in Ohio, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Those are the crowds.
That's where we got our chops from. Kenny, let me tell you something. That picture, I to your left, over your shoulder, I want that picture.
Which one?
Yes, one.
Well, you know something.
Other way. No, other side.
This one?
No, other side. That one, yes. I freaking love that picture.
I have what I want to say. For the longest time, I never got rid of the originals, but I finally had prints and productions made of these that I have, and I'm letting everyone know now that I have these, and they look just exactly like the original.
The original. So. Right. Oh, yeah, you want to hang? I love that. I'm looking at it. That one and the one on your other shoulder as well with the bass, the upright bass.
Yeah, that's been the most popular one that I've been selling, and which is fine. I got a new show, a new series happening soon.
You start to itch, get it. Start to get the itch. You start to say show.
No, yeah, not the show. We do live stream church, and our pastor slipped, and he mentioned, instead of saying the service, he said the show. He went, I mean the service. Yeah, it's a show too.
Yep. Yep.
That requires the opening act.
There you go.
And everything else,
Hey, man, it has been a treat. It has been an honor for you
totally.
to even come on, because I'm honest with you. I told Mickey, I said, I'm going to ask Kenny. He's going to say no, but I'm going to ask him anyway.
Why would you think I would say no?
Because, Kenny, you are in your own world and you even told me from when I asked you about dry dock, it's like my mind is in another place, and I get it.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm going to ask him because I really want him to do the podcast.
Well, Miguel,
I don't think he's going to do it.
I like talking with you. I don't want to be put into a skit and have to perform.
Dude, that was a funny skit I gave you, Kenny. You know that was a funny skit.
Well, hey, I didn't want to perform.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Is Viv close again? I'll tell her the skit and see what she thinks. Is she close to you?
Definitely ain't gonna be into it. No.
She was gonna be on camera.
No, she don't want to perform. She don't want to get. I was surprised she came over here in this camera.
Oh, she probably didn't know I was recording.
Yeah. Well, she likes you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing.
You're a good friend.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, a good friend, man. And thank you for doing my podcast. A funny thing happened on my way to success. I met Mr. Kenny James. Thank you so much, brother. And we're going to talk soon. Tell Trevor I got to get Trevor on, too, because I thought he was going to pop his head in like 30 minutes in.
No, he's downstairs and working on some stuff.
That's my man. He always practicing.
That's it.
Tell him I got to call him because I got to show him my bass.
Okay.
That's just sitting over there.
Yeah, I got one year I'll be playing some bass.
That's going to, you know how long it took me to play the saxophone.
And you're going to put the bass, 2025, you'll put the bass in the show.
I'll put the bass in then. I'll put a couple of strums in there, yeah. A couple of licks.
I lost the sound.
Oh, did you lose the sound?
I can't hear you.
You there?
Let me see.
You can't hear me?
Oh, I hear you now.
Okay.
I hear you now.
Did somebody call you? Probably somebody called you.
No, I got do not disturb. This is Miguel Washington I'm talking with today.
I'll edit all that part out anyway. It don't matter. Hey, Kenny.
All right.
Hey, have a great day, man. We'll talk real soon, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, good. Tell Mickey I said hi.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You can purchase my book at Amazon. Also, listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all podcast platforms. Follow me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Miggy'sWorld_. Lastly, to experience and support everything I'm doing, go to my website, Miggy'sWorld.com. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.